First of all, I'd like to say very exciting game for I think both teams. It's one of those games could win either way with certain shots. Toward the end, I felt that I executed a bit inside with Mecca, made some touches and made some big time plays there going to the basket. But back and forth game. This type of game that was. It's a gritty game for us, and play a game back to back. A few days, a few hours to prepare. Says a lot of the character of this team and what they're trying to accomplish moving forward. Questions?
Coach, when you're in game and about halftime, when you see get it right. Halftime, Liz is plus 17. And at the end of the game, she's plus 22. But in the middle of the game, when you see those stats, are you thinking like, oh, it's working with her on the court. I got to get her on, keep her on the court as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, mainly the staff lets me know what the pluses and minuses are. I don't get into a lot of the stats during the game, but they do give the plus sign of a player who's doing well. And I think our sub pattern with Liz is just making sure that she doesn't get too winded where she can't produce. And so I think she's learning now how to position herself a little bit more to the basket. And when she does that, she's get a plus sign versus a minus, especially shooting away from the basket. So, but yeah, I'm mindful of that a lot through our staff, just letting me know she needs to be back in there if she's out.
Where with a little bit more stamina, you're playing her more than 30 minutes a game consistently?
I can see that. Yeah. I mean, it's building up towards that right now. Hopefully we can get her in that average of, 31, 32 minutes a game down the stretch here. But, we have, Sinead coming off the bench and giving some good minutes and share those with Mecca. And then, I have to get Olivia today. I didn't get her in a little bit yesterday, but I didn't get her in all today. But, I'd like to have 4 post players in there who could, share a lot of minutes. And this should be around that 28 to 32 mark, I think, throughout after the season by All-Star break.
Coach, you mentioned the grittiness of this team to do this back-to-back and get 2 wins out of it. How impressed, how proud are you of them to complete this back-to-back?
I'm very proud of them. I think they've shown a lot of team character of being out there, watching film and really listening to me with attention to detail stuff. And it shows on the floor when they try to execute things on offense. You see a backdoor play allowed, certain plays that we try to do to get a 2-point shot versus a 3. Defensively, they're just really stepping up as a team and just trying to bear down and get into people's space. And that's one thing I've been preaching with this team is get into opponent's space and be aggressive, on ball screens. And they've turned into a lot of steals in some of those situations.
Congrats on a 3rd consecutive win. But since you've taken over, this team has been top 5 in rebounds, steals, and assists. So what do you think has clicked or changed since you became the interim head coach?
Just the mindset of, giving some goals that we want to have. And that's one of the goals to be a top 3, really, when it's all said and done. But if you keep moving up the ladder like that, good things happen for us W's or being in close games. I would say the other is just attention to detail, watching film, watch opponents, but mainly just watch us, what we're doing, what we can do well on the basketball field.
Jordan Canada played a lot today. She played 37 minutes, especially since she's the point guard and being solo on guards and having 1 on a 7 day. She kind of had to. What conversation did you have with her about keeping up her endurance, staying aggressive even though her shot wasn't falling, probably due to the exhaustion of the back-to-backs, so she could continue running the point and running the offense well?
Yeah, I just told her to just pace herself. Don't really challenge so much going into the paint with a shot. A little bit, just pull up, shoot the jumper. If you made her miss, at least you got a shot out of it versus a turnover. I know she's really down on herself tonight about the turnovers, but those were aggressive turnovers. She was trying to get her teammates the basketball in traffic. And I just think when I talked to her during the course of the game is, just told her just breathe easy. You know, we need you, and you know, a couple of timeouts to give you a breather so we can execute a play and score.
Hey, Coach. Speaking of the backcourt, and being shorthanded there, Kiana Smith, who you just signed today and came in, she didn't score, but impacted the game. Had a few offensive rebounds there, a few assists. Just how important was her minutes that she got today, and then what did you guys see from her back during training camp that you felt comfortable that she was somebody that you wanted to bring back in?
Yeah, we saw that from training camp. Watching her, and she's one of those players that almost made our roster at the beginning. And we've always said we keep an eye on her, and she's been a player who's always kept herself in shape. And so to see her out there today, it was, I was pleased with what she did. And the only thing I just told her is just be yourself, understand just movement defensively, give the energy. If you get, a couple of rebounds or make a hustle play, or that's big, that's huge. And those are more huge than points because they turn into points because of more possessions. But I felt that she, did what she needed to do today to get her feet wet. And, we got to use her again here, hopefully real soon.
How long do you expect Christy to be out?
I will talk to Courtney, our trainer, afterwards. Hopefully not long, but hopefully we get her back here by Thursday. And so that I find out from the trainer soon. But usually after media, I talk to the trainers because the trainers dealing with the players now, and then I'll find out what the status with KT.
You have a couple of days until your next game. What are you guys going to be working on to keep that momentum going into the next game?
One is get a little rest tomorrow, and the other just have a good practice on Wednesday. Maybe put in a few new wrinkles, and defensively, just still keep it up, keeping that high level of getting in your face, tight defense, and you see a lot more full court pressure probably in the backcourt coming up this next game. But for us, is to stay in the course of what we've been preaching, and that's play hard and do it well.
Coach, a lot of chants raining down MVP for Neko. What do you think about the season she's having? Do you think she's in that category?
Yes, absolutely. I think she, should be mentioned in that category, with other players that's in the league. She's, proven that here the first half of the season. And also great to see her be, all-star selected. And, it's a great chant to have at home. And, some people have been chanting on the road too. I think they was doing it in Dallas a little bit for her. So, but yeah, she deserves to be in there because she's putting up the numbers and she's proven that she's helping this team get to another level.
Thank you so much, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.